Should I try not to cuss every 2 seconds? It's just like in
I'm the
my
documentary
vocabulary.
guy. I present the truth. I present the truth, whatever that may be.
I think I've always had an interest, but it wasn't really something that I thought I was really ever gonna do until COVID hit, because I went to college for 3 years at a different school. So I was studying to become a book publisher. So I was on that track, and then COVID hit, and I had another year at my school because I was on the tennis team there. And I was like, shit, like, what do I do now? So my assistant coach, she knew a girl that came to SCAD for a film, and she was on the tennis team and everything. Long story short, I drove up here for a visit, saw Savannah, fell in love with it, knew nothing about how film worked. Like, I just had my favorite movies I watched over COVID, and I got offered a scholarship for tennis to come here, and I was like, be stupid not to do it. Film looks cool, let's try this out. And 3 years later, I'm here. So yeah, it just kind of happened by chance. I think a big thing that inspires me is like real life stories, but then I like to have like an eccentric twist to them. I really love Eternal Sunshine, A Spotless Mind, Florida Project, Harry Potter were my favorite movies ever. Pinterest really, really inspires me. People are just so creative on Pinterest. So like, I'll see a photo and then I'll like kind of create a whole short film around that photo or something that happened to me in real life. So basically Daisy was me and I was seeing this guy last summer and I thought that it was going somewhere, and then basically what happened to Daisy happened to me. He kind of disappeared for a couple months after he told me that we were gonna go to the movies the next weekend, and kind of just disappeared and really made me feel like shit. So I was like, I always wanted to start to go to therapy, but nothing really like pushed me to that limit, and I think my friends were kind of sick of me talking about my love life. So I made an appointment for Be Well, and I was talking to my therapist, and I was kind of like spilling my guts to her, and I kind of just realized that everything that I needed to hear I already knew. I just needed someone to kind of listen to me. So that's how it kind of started. It was a very simple idea. Like, there was no eccentric people, like no mass. There was like an actual therapist that was really listening and giving advice. Like, that was my original script. And then I think I saw a picture on Pinterest and I was like, this looks really cool. And I showed it to Juliana, our production designer. I was like, can you do this? And it kind of just spiraled into this crazy idea that stemmed from like a white wall therapy session that was so simple and completely spiraled out of control. But it was basically my life. So. I think a lot of people say this, but I think meeting a bunch of different people and kind of learning how to work with those people, because before I came here, like, I was really antisocial, like had terrible social anxiety, couldn't really talk to anyone. I had my core group of friends, and I would be in my classes, my publishing classes, and if there was the first day of school, if they said, the professor was like, yeah, we're gonna have a presentation on this, like towards the end of the quarter, like I would basically drop that class for something else, because I had crippling anxiety, public speaking and working with people. So I coming here, like, and coming into film, I was kind of really forced to get out of my bubble and really start connecting with people and talking to people. So I've really enjoyed doing that, and also just seeing the final product. Like, filmmaking is so stressful, but when you're sitting there and you're looking at everything in the final edit and it's exactly like your vision, it just makes it like completely worth it. I think what I've learned is you're really not going to get along with people that you thought you would, you know, and it's very hard, and it's putting yourself out there is very hard, especially as a writer and director. Stories are so personal to you, and if you are friends with someone outside of sets, you bring them on the set, maybe sometimes you guys don't work together, you know, but it's okay. You guys just aren't meant to be co-workers. But I think I'd really take away is kind of like the drive and the push, and just knowing that if I keep working hard, like everything will come to me, and being able to see like all my talented like friends and peers at the school like get what they deserve right now, you know, even though if they are a little bit ahead of me like career-wise, I still have to remind myself that I only started this, like I didn't know what like a medium or a close-up shot was like 3 years ago. So I think I just have to remind myself that, and just know that everyone's working hard, and